Hello and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. In today's video we're going to be looking at the scenario One Robot Army. It's quite a tough one where you only have certain units that you spawn with and you can't make any more. So with that out of the way, let's jump into it. And here we are loaded into the map, so we're just going to pick a spawn point. Doesn't really matter because we don't get given a commander. I'm just going to hotkey these res bots and going to just select the radar bot to assist the fat boy with the fat boy forward. We've also got 3 of these cloaky bots that when self-deed, so when they self-destruct themselves, they set off a relatively large EMP, which could be quite useful if we go up against a group of like Tech 1 units or something like that. Okay. Now, when using these cloaked bots, you'll notice that when I have one selected, there's a little orange ring around them. That's the ring at which they can be decloaked. So it's very important to not move any enemy units, well, to not have any enemy units walk inside that area, otherwise they'll just be seen. Now, we're also using only one at a time so that we don't risk getting them all destroyed. They're very valuable units at this point, just to be able to see where these defensive turrets are. Now we're also keeping the other units further back so that for whatever reason, if the fat boy decides to shoot in the wrong direction, we don't lose them all. One of our key units here is the res bots. They're the only way we've got of healing, basically, so we just need to try and keep them alive as much as possible. Now I go to shoot this heavy laser tower here and realize that because you can see the rings there of range, you can actually get past that laser tower without even having to fight it. So I'm just going to completely ignore it and just walk straight past. And with this other one, we're going to walk past it as well, but because I didn't want to risk some of these small units getting shot, I figured it's better to just kill that one anyway. And then we'll push up with the fat boy. And there you go, you see we're straight away seeing some units come around the corner. So if you haven't used these units before, Zeus's are close range. Sorry, welders are close range. They have electric weaponry. They do not cause a stun, but they are quite tanky. And the gunslinger, which is the one at the bottom screen there, he is it's a plasma-based weapon, quite quick fire rate, but he also heals himself very quickly and has like a enhanced XP. Another thing to note there is our fat boy almost killed the welder. So we do need to be careful with the fat boy. He doesn't just friendly fire all our units. Now another thing is the fat boy itself will pretty much destroy any wrecks of things that it shoots. So as you see there, which if we're going to resurrect some stuff in order to get a bit more units on our side, we kind of don't want the fat boy to be killing it. And gunslinger gets hit by a heavy laser tower there. So we're just going to use the fat boy again. Okay, so we're going to end up with an additional 3 thugs out of this, which is not bad. Just keeping an eye on that hole in the wall there to make sure no groups of units come through. Because of the high splash damage on the fat boy, it's going to be quite good at dealing with groups at range. If units get close to him, he's going to struggle, which is what the gunslinger and the welder are for. So as long as we bear that in mind. As you can see, he's also got quite a slow rate of fire. just waiting for that turret to be destroyed. One more shot should do it. And there we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to move forward again. Oh, you can see there's a heavy laser tower shot there somewhere, shooting the gunslinger. And there we go, found it. To be careful that, again, this ghost doesn't get detected. I was trying to get splash damage on the rocket bots there, but moved away. Boom. See some red dots there up on the hill as well. Now this is a tough part because we also need the radar bot round the corner to see, but at the same time we don't want to risk it getting shot at here. There's a lot of units grouped up as well. So kind of just having the gunslinger do its thing here on the side. There we go. There we go, and we're getting a couple more units. And this gunslinger's actually got range to shoot at this stuff on this hill, which is pretty good. Not that it really bothers us at all, but useful to just make sure that there's nothing going to be up there shooting down on us. Now capturing that engineer would have been really nice, but oh well. And now Fatboy's getting half health-ish, so we're going to heal him up with the res bots. And that turret up the top's gone. We'll be a bit cheeky here and res the turret up on the hill. We've got that range with the radar bot on top of the hill so that we can yeah. Now you just notice again the fat boy almost kills our gunslinger. So yeah, we need to be careful of that. Luckily enough he heals himself, so it's not a big deal. You see there's quite a bit of energy production there from the geothermal, so that turret should be able to just deal with anything up there. Try and get some more reses off. Be very careful not to lose the res bots healing stuff. Moving the other units back up. The issue is at this kind of range, the welder's not really that useful. He's going to walk right into their shots of the fat boy, so kind of keeping him back for now. He's kind of our anti-pawn, anti-grunt unit. So if they get close enough, you know, then we've got him to defend, should we say. Kind of wish the fat boy would prioritize other things and not the coastal batteries. Switching them both to hold position as well, so we don't just get them walking into the enemy base. And we just detected a tier 2 unit, which I actually believe is just that flat cannon, which isn't really a big deal. We can see there is stuff on that hillside and to the right as well, obviously, which is where their base is. So we're actually going to go north here, and hopefully the units that are coming out of the base don't necessarily just come up. And there's some laser turret thing up on that hill which almost lost us that unit. These guys are just chasing down stuff, switching them to hold position as well. And now we can see with that cloaked unit, we can see there's a couple of double laser towers up there. There we go, spreading these guys out. Very nice. Even more power over there. Also hoping if we get rid of their power, they will not necessarily be able to shoot their laser weapons as much. Don't think that's necessarily going to happen, but it's worth a shot. There we go, we're just going to bring these guys around the back. That guy around the back, we've popped the radar guide to go up on the hill. And we're just going to keep moving stuff across. And this gunslinger can deal with the basic laser turrets on his own pretty well. Don't really have to worry about that. There we go, and there's a Tech 2 pop-up defense. Now that is not gonna be nice to deal with. They do quite a lot of damage and they've got a bit of splash to them as well. So another thing is bombarding them from long range. Well, firstly, they outrange the fat boy, but they also take less damage when not popped up. So this is going to take too long to do it this way. So what I'm thinking is, if we EMP it with this ghost, we then rush like all our units in and take it out as quick as possible. So I'm just getting my units in position there. And here we go. Press Control D. And there they go, they're EMP'd. Now rush forward. Get that killed as quick as I can. Also killed the res bot, healing it. Using the hill here as well to our benefit. There we go, that's dead. So, at this point I'm thinking, right, where's my radar bot? And realised that there's a laser tower up on that hill and my radar bot died. So, a bit of an issue because we currently can't see anything. So we're using this ghost to scout for us, hoping that he doesn't get shot at himself or get caught in the crossfire. And then we're going to send our gunslinger over there to get the resurrection off. Be careful that our resbots don't get killed there. There we go, it's another turret gone. That's quite a big force of thugs coming out here, making sure our ghost moves out of the way. But they almost get killed instantly with one shot. They're just low enough that it forces them to back off. There you go, so like 3 of them down basically to one shot and then they're dead. I'm going to try and resurrect this Tech 2 here. It's somewhat risky there because it's inside the turret range, but if we can get it rezzed, then it basically just fortifies right outside their base. Any units they send out will just get shot by this defense, and it gives us kind of a safe spot to put these like units that have no defenses, like the res bots and the ghosts, that we're not currently using, and we don't have to worry about them getting shot at while we move in. And it's also just a bit of added damage. And as you saw there was a heavy laser tower shot as well that hit the gunslinger. As we go up the hill, that is a loss of energy, and that would explain why we why they've still got power. I'm going to try and hit this turret. but there is a lot of heals going on that turret, and they are actively healing all of the damage that I'm doing. So it doesn't really seem viable. So instead I'm changing the shot here to try and shoot the engineers. And also sending these Tech 1 units around the side to take out some of that power. Which is then also just getting healed. But luckily enough, not quick enough. And you can see the Tech 2 defense there starting to do its job. The energy converters there, which is going to decrease the metal income. Less units for me to deal with. Now they have some construction turrets in the back there, which is just healing those turrets up. So ideally I want to get close enough to deal with them. So moving the Fat Boy around a bit. Those Tech 1 units aren't really doing anything for me. I mean, they're shooting the energy, but they're also kind of getting themselves killed. So there we go. Just healing these guys off. And we move this guy a bit further in so I can see there. Now there's their bot factory. They've still got construction turrets though, which I would love to get rid of. Now if they're close, the splash should do enough damage to hurt them, and then maybe get a kill on the second one. There's an engineer dead at least. There we go. Moving in again with the Zeus and the Gunslinger this time. There we go, that's the construction turret done. There was another heavy laser tower there to the south. Now, I'm just going to try an active tank with the Fat Boy here. When I mean active tank, I mean, well, literally just heal the damage that's being applied straight away with using those repair bots. Res bots, rather. Which is exactly what they're doing, and is just out healing the damage I'm doing. So we just need to get rid of those construction turrets still. Boom, there we go, and now we should be able to kill that. And also use the Gunslinger here to just pop in, deal a bit of damage, pop out. Wouldn't surprise me if they change focus. Yep, there we go. He's not going to last too long against a heavy laser tower, even though he's Tech 2. So now that they've got no construction turrets, he'll actually be able to kill that turret. Bring the Gunslinger in again. Boom. Still one double LLT up there. And of course the factory, which we want to get rid of. There we go, factory's gone. There's a very funky looking building there. Could the enemy commander be inside of that? Who knows? Only one way to find out is by blowing it up. There's the enemy command tower, so we need to blow it up. Oh, flame turret. There we go. You see the rate of fire of our Gunslinger has gone up quite a lot because of the amount of experience he's got. This type of unit gains experience very quickly, so the more kills and damage you can do with it, the more effective he will be and the quicker he'll heal. There we go. And that did not finish it, but there he is. Now look at his rate of fire, it's gone really fast. Just going to move the Fat Boy around and we're just going to bomb him from distance. Use our Gunslinger to try and get some vision on him. Because obviously we still have radar wobble, because all we've got is a radar unit, right? We don't have any stuff to counter that radar wobble right now. But there we go, the AoE from the Fat Boy killed it. So this mission actually took me a couple of tries. This was the successful attempt that you see here. Beforehand, I was cutting straight across and running into that Tech 2 pop-up defense. So I highly suggest going round the north side rather than going directly through. It does take a little while longer because you've got to go round, but it's definitely the safest route. Make sure to keep your units safe as much as you can. If you do lose some units, be it through friendly fire, like you saw a couple of instances there, it's a higher probability that you've probably lost that run, unless you can resurrect that unit. But yeah, don't be afraid to just put the fat boy on hold fire and just manually fire it only. Maybe hotkey it to a number so that you can just quickly go back to it, fire it, and then move your other units around. And that's all there is to it. One thing I would like to ask though before we just head off is, Steve, what are you doing? Why aren't you subscribed? I see you here every week and yet you're not subscribed. Come on, Steve. And that's it. Thank you all for coming, and I'll see you guys next time.